What is up, everyone? Welcome to another King Arthur Legends Rise video, and welcome to another Hero Spotlight. In today's video, we're going to talk about Bedivere, guys. I'm going to show you what's the best build for this hero. And of course, I want to test a couple of little things, and that's mainly related to the banner, crit damage, pierce, which one of them will give us more value. Now, everybody knows Bedivere is the #1 damage dealer in King Arthur Legends Rise, and he's just simply the GOAT, okay? Nobody can actually compete with him because he's just too freaking nasty. Now, when we're talking about relics, the Frost relic is the best one on him, without a doubt, and no questions asked. So my Bedivere is almost fully maxed. He does require one more skill right here, and then he's done. The relic is maxed. What I do like about him is that you don't need to build him with a lot of crit rate to basically gain massive value out of him. And usually, when you have a hero that doesn't require that 100% crit rate, it does allow you to push other stats on him, which is really, really helpful. Then you have the big AoE right here, which already ignores 10% of the target's defense. Pretty good damage as well. But the main thing that's super powerful on him is this skill right here. 100% chance to gain crit rate increase 2 for 1 turn, attacks an enemy, 140% attack, and deals additional damage 1 time, 168% attack. The passives are pretty nasty on him as well, especially this one, because attacks 1 time, hitting 2 random enemies when he's using an attack. Damage 110% attack, and this attack ignores 20% of the target's defense. The only thing is that this is on a 3-turn cooldown. The second passive, 100% chance to trigger upon critical strike, 100% chance to reduce all of this hero's passive cooldowns by 1 turn, which once again is really nice, and 100% chance to gain pierce increase 1 for 1 turn. And this one right here, when using skill 3 and you are inflicted with a debuff, it will convert that to increase crit damage 2 lasting for 3 turns, and you have a chance to basically charge 2 vigor. So definitely not a bad skill set whatsoever. Now, talking about equipment and all that good stuff, my chivalry is at chivalry 9 at the moment, guys. Sorry, let me just click right here. So I'm just missing one, which will just give me HP and stuff, not rushing to get that done anyway. But you are gaining a lot of additional stats from here. Talking about the equipment, I have him built with an attack and a crit rate set. I would love to put him on a crit damage set instead of the crit rate set. So that's basically my next main goal. That's what I'm working on, to get a good crit damage set to replace the crit rate set. Because like that, I'm going to be able to beef up the stats a bit more. At the moment, we have the following stats on him. 5.1k attack, 2.3k defense, 27k HP, 192 attack speed, 69 crit rate, so we only really need around 60 crit rate, right? Then we have almost 79% crit damage, and we have 33.48 hit accuracy. The rest of the stats are not really relevant, to be honest with you guys. Yes, the pierce is going to be important, which is 17.12%. So one of the main things that I want to kind of like test out and have a bit of a debate with it is it better to use a pierce banner or a crit damage one, right? Which one of them will actually generate more damage? So we're going to give it a go with a pierce set, and then work with a pierce banner, and then we're going to go and change it to a crit damage. I only have a 5-star crit damage one though, which sucks a little bit. Either way, when we're talking about stats and what else we are prioritizing, of course, I have a strife set on him, absolutely massive. PvE, PvP, dungeons, you name it, he's a GOAT with this set. Now, we have this helmet, which kind of sucks because I really want to have some attack percentage. Maybe a legendary one would be better, but we do have a good chunk of crit rate and crit damage on it, and we have some hit accuracy. Then the chest, attack percentage, crit damage, crit rate. Once again, this is a pretty good chest. The boots, not bad at all, actually. We have very good boots that have attack percentage, crit rate, and crit damage, so I wouldn't really change much on this one. I would love that defense to be hit accuracy, to be honest. Then we have an attack necklace, crit rate, attack speed. I would love to have some crit damage on here. Don't get me wrong, I'm not even asking for much. Then we have a crit damage earrings. You can get much better pieces where you have this bonus stat that appears in blue and it can be crit damage with crit damage, you know, and that's massive if you're getting lucky enough to drop one of them, right? But either way, this is a pretty decent piece. Then I have an attack speed ring. You can, of course, go with more attack if you want to, but then he is going to be pretty slow. So I can always replace these, gain 27% attack on it, which is going to be pretty damn big. Gain a bit of extra crit rate, crit damage and stuff. But to be honest with you guys, I like him to have some speed. I like him to take turns. I don't want him to be extremely, extremely slow and get smacked by bosses usually, right? Then we have on the strife set, on the belt, I have an attack one. I wish this would be a 6-star, maybe soon. Then I have a hit accuracy on the magic orb, crit rate, attack speed, attack percentage. And right here we have a Pierce banner, as I mentioned, crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage. So pretty good substats on this one. Now I would love to have a 6-star crit damage as well to swap it in, but we have a 5-star crit damage, which, let's be honest, is still good enough to kind of like give you an idea if it works better with a Pierce or with a crit damage banner. That being said, guys, let's find out. So we're gonna head over right here to, let's go to the Forbidden Dungeon. Then I'm gonna do a run with him just to see how hard he actually smacks. So I've been slacking a couple of days on this because I've been super busy last week. I'm gonna go without a defense down or anything like that because I want to do a few runs to show you the damage, right? So this time around we're going in with a Pierce banner, and let's quickly buff, and we're gonna hit the same target multiple times. So let's attack her right here. Okay, pretty good damage. The second hit went on her as well. Now the main thing is the numbers pop on the screen so fast, it's pretty hard to notice them. But you're going to be able to see everything here. The highest damage was 12,718, and the damage dealt was 42,000, right? And that is with the Pierce banner. We're going to go back in another time. You do have a bit of a fluctuation in here. There is a bit of a RNG on the hits. I'm not really sure exactly what's the percentage. I know in Raid Shadow Legends, for example, we have around 15 to 20% fluctuation on the damage. So that's changing pretty much all of the time. It's pretty annoying when that happens because you don't really know which build works better in some cases. But as you guys can notice, 43,000 damage dealt. Once again, 12,718. And that's with the A2 skill. The reason why I'm showing that is because that's the most important skill on him, right? That deals a lot of freaking damage. Now, if we're going to go with the A3, let's see. Not looking too bad, but most likely not as good. Now, this is an AoE, so we did hit pretty much every single enemy. And we have 55,000 damage. The highest damage was 7,583. If we're going to do another run quickly, then we're going to change the banner, guys. So let's buff. And let's use another AoE in here. Okay. Pretty good damage from the AoE skill. If you apply the defense down as well, of course, that will bring in even more damage. But that's a lot of RNG because sometimes Morgana applies 2 defense downs on one target, sometimes 1. So that's why I removed it to reduce the RNG. 54,000, 7.5k. Now, if we're going to back out of here, guys, and I'm quickly going to bring in the Pierce. And this, by the way, it doesn't only work for Bedivere, okay? This is for every single character in the game. So the difference from a crit damage banner to a crit to a Pierce one is going to be pretty much the same for every single character in the game. So if we're going to go this time around with the crit damage banner, it's only a 5-star, but still it doesn't really matter that much. You will notice that the damage drops substantially. So I'm not talking about small numbers. I'm talking about pretty damn big numbers. So battle stats, my offense, look at that. Damage dealt 33,000, highest damage 10k. So we dropped basically around 10k damage from the total damage and around 2,500 from the highest damage. If we're gonna go back in with the same thing, so Pierce makes a massive difference. I know this is a spotlight on Bedivere, guys, but we are going to debunk a couple of different things as well, because I've heard a lot of you guys recently asking about it. So I was like, you know what? Let's let's clarify this once and for all, especially if anyone is still curious about it, right? So, if you're gonna go at battle stats once again, you see damage dealt 32,000, highest damage 10,000. So, substantial damage drop, approximately 20%, in some cases even more than 20%. So that's what it means. I can try, of course, the A3 skill as well, because why not? That's an AoE that already ignores some of the defense. And let's check it out. This should have a pretty good drop as well, regardless of the fact that he's already ignoring defense, right? So we have 51k, 7.7. Actually, on this one, it seems to be more or less the same. More or less the same. Slightly less, but not by a huge amount, right? It's not such a big difference like on the A2 skill. And that might be mainly because of the way it stacks, right? The ignore defense with the pierce. Because really, they should be pretty much the same thing. 54k, 9.7k. So we dropped a little bit, but not as much. Actually, maybe we even gained a little bit of damage here on the AoE skill. But either way, I'm using Bedivere mainly for the A2. I never really let him use the A3. So let me just quickly put back the banner and let's go and do a proper run in some dungeon, right? Let's actually head over to what I haven't done today just yet. Probably the Sealed Temple. Let's go right here. Chrome Crouch. I need to get more books for one of my relics. And let me just quickly change my equipment on Bedivere. Let me give him the Pierce one. And we are ready to rumble. That's how I'm using my Bedivere in pretty much most of the content, guys. Only by using his A2 skill, right? So that's why we are prioritizing A2, A1, A2, A1. I'm not saying that the A3 is bad to use it or anything like that. It's just that I don't have enough vigor usually on him to make it happen. Plus, the A2 skill just hits so freaking hard that it literally makes the enemies cry, okay? Look at that damage. Absolutely nuts. Very, very solid damage. True, we do have that defense down on the target right now. Oh my god, where is he going? Bedivere, what have you done? He went all the way off the mountain, off the cliff right there. But he will deliver a lot of damage in here. Like, we are farming these dungeons pretty damn quick. On this one, I have only Bedivere as the damage dealer. But on the master of that, I have Bedivere plus Rosier. And oh my god, they are absolutely demolishing that boss in like 50 seconds or so. Now, another damage dealer that I really want to try is Gawain, but I still need to upgrade his skills and maybe the relic as well before I can really put him up to a proper test. As I mentioned, I have a clanmate who absolutely demolishes content with that hero, so I'm very curious to see what we can actually do with him, you know, without having max chivalry on him and stuff, because I'm far off from it. On Bedivere, I got pretty lucky, plus I've actually put a couple of memory stone ones on him as well. Look at that. We are almost done with this. True is on 3x speed, of course, and they've modified the way the timing actually works in here. It's not like before, but either way, it does go pretty fast. I don't understand why they had to modify the time counter, though. 2x, 1x, 3x. Doesn't really matter in terms of time as long as it's going fast, right? So that's pretty weird, to be honest with you guys. But either way, Bedivere, an absolute freaking monster, guys. Let's see what sort of damage we got from here. Oof. I need rare ones, man. Give me some rare ones from the frost. Bedivere, 87% of the damage. 322,000. 2 kills. And we have the highest damage dealt, 27k. And this is stage 10, guys. As usual, appreciate all of you guys watching. If you enjoyed the content, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, help with that YouTube algorithm. I will be dropping a spotlight on every single hero that we have on in the game. Legendaries, rares, maybe even on some uncommons, guys. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you want to learn how to build all of your heroes. Much love, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.